The food at last night's izakaya was on another level. And the toilet jazz, well, I'll let you make your own mind up about that. Yesterday, we dove into 19th century Nagasaki with Thomas Glover. But today, we're going way back to the 17th century. It doesn't look like much of an island now, but when constructed in 1636, Dejima, Portugal's man-made island, sat off the coast of Nagasaki. The Portuguese got kicked out in 1639, and the Tokugawa shogunate said, Dutch only, but only on this 190-metre long island. Not so much as a European toe on the mainland, thanks. It's crazy to think that all European trade with Japan flowed through this tiny island for more than 200 years. It was Japan's only connection to Europe, and Europe's only connection to Japan. Today, Dejima has been enveloped by the city as it expanded into Nagasaki Bay, with land reclamation projects throughout the centuries. The Chinese had their own spot too, called Tojin Yoshiki, a walled compound for traders. No trace of it now though, as it's completely lost to time. But still, Chinese influence can be felt throughout the city. Case in point, Nagasaki's Chinatown, just a short walk from Dejima. And that's where we're headed today, for this episode's Tucker Eats. Because history is never dull when you get to eat it. Today, it's Shippoku-style Chinese-Japanese fusion. Tucker, you lucky boy. So I've come to Nagasaki's Chinatown for more of this Shippoku cuisine. And I had some just the other day with the Turkish rice, and here I'm at a Chinese restaurant, and I'm hitting some sara udon and some champon. Now these cuisines, like the Turkish rice, is this kind of fusion cuisine, and it hints at the history here. So the sara udon is this blend of Chinese influences with this kind of what Americans might call chop suey. It's like a stir-fried vegetables over crispy noodles, and then this thick, stodgy sauce on top. Nice and savoury, crispy and soft. On top you've got cabbage, you've got pork, you've got fish cake, prawns, black fungus, bean shoots, and onions. They look like mussels. They're clams, so it's all kind of mishmashed together. And these crispy noodles as well, which go kind of soft pretty quickly in this stodgy, thick, savoury sauce. So it has some similarities to what I think of as Chinese cuisine in Australia. It's like Eastern Seaboard Chinese flavours. When we go to the local Chinese restaurant, you'd have those kind of stir-fried dishes with noodles. It has some of those vibes, especially the use of corn flour to thicken up that sauce. And the sauce, it doesn't have a strong flavour. It has a mild garlic savoury flavour. So the Turkish rice was showing the influences from Turkey and Europe and Japan. This is more Japan and China. And I think the sara udon actually evolved from the champon, which is more like a ramen. So let's get to that now. If you look at it, it's like a thin ramen-y broth. In fact, there's some similarities with this to ramen. It looks a lot more hearty, easygoing. Bunch of noodles, lots of similarities with the sara udon. Got lots of the same ingredients. You've got the seafood, you've got the pork, you've got the fish cake, prawns, fungus. In fact, it's very, very similar. So you can see that direct correlation between the two dishes. And then you've got these noodles, which are not ramen noodles. They're much more like a Hokkien noodle. Got that kind of bite to them. Let's try the broth. So much lighter than ramen, but a really full savoury flavour. It's very easy eating, and then you've got octopus, prawn, cabbage, noodles, and that broth. Definitely gentler on the palate than tonkotsu, but also much less rich as well, much less heavy. So it's actually quite a light noodle soup. Decent Nagasaki fusion fare. I do like it more than the Turkish rice, if I'm to be honest. As we've seen from the Shippoku cuisine, Turkish rice, sara udon, and champon, to Jokichi Kasano's Western restaurants, Nagasaki has been Japan's window to the world for centuries. It's got a vibe like nowhere else, and I just love it. But the show must go on. And tomorrow, I'm heading north to Imari. Expect a surprise breakfast, a pottery town, some famous Imari beef, and yeah,
foldies back in action. Want to come along? Don't be shy. Hit the button. And let's keep this ride riding.